This suspect decided the best place to get high on pure vanilla extract would be on her first day on the job, but things went south quickly. But some employees take it a step further than her, like Callie, who, with her impressive criminal history, was caught stealing $1,000 worth of merchandise from a hardware store. Or a male suspect who didn't understand that being fired from work meant you couldn't go back there. But first, let's start with the case of this Wisconsin woman who had overdosed on vanilla extract at her own job. On June 15, 2023, police received a call from a nursing home in Waukesha, Wisconsin, reporting an overdose. The overdose was caused by a new employee who had consumed a large amount of pure vanilla extract. The police are called to handle the escalating situation, which includes unexpected aggression from the woman. Here's a detailed breakdown of the incident.
She was at a new employee orientation, possibly correct.
Hey, where's it going on?
What's going on?
Possibly an overdose going on here? Can you just direct the other officers coming as well as fire?
Oh, wait, in the conference room? She admitted that she did crack.
Is she talking? Is she alert?
She's talking.
Officers are informed by dispatchers that a woman has overdosed and rush to the scene after her colleagues quickly realize she is experiencing a medical emergency and call 911. Panic ensues as they try to keep her stable until help arrives, as this can easily turn into a situation of life or death if they aren't quick enough. Eventually, officers are able to reach the room where the woman is sitting, but her condition is nothing like they've seen before.
She also wants to.
Can we see her?
Yep.
Hi! How are you doing? You okay? What's your name?
Right there, you see the bald guy? That's where you're going. I don't know. I've never.
Hey, what's your name? Let's start with that. Let's start with that. Okay. 112. Can we get crew in route? Hi, what's your name? Can you talk to us so we can help you? Do you know what her name is?
What's going on today? Can you talk to us? What did you take today? What did you take?
Huh?
Some crack.
Some crack?
Okay.
First responders arrive and quickly assess the woman's condition. The woman is slightly conscious, but still disoriented. At first, they are extremely puzzled about how to approach this situation, as the woman makes little sense, choosing to cry rather than answer any questions. As they question the woman, her condition begins to make more sense. But to get to the bottom of the situation, they need to be more direct.
No. Is it true that you smoke crack because you want to overdose and... That's what they're telling us. Is that true? It's okay if that's true. We just want to know how we can help you.
Man, you do what? Because we have somebody that can come here and talk with you and we can get you in touch with the good resources. We need you to be honest with us.
Who's that?
That's just my partner as well as the staff.
You're not in any trouble with us. We just want to make sure that you're okay and that we can get you help if you need it.
In an attempt to figure out what is going on, the officer tries to be more upfront with the suspect. However, her guard is all the way up. The officers don't have the luxury of indefinite time on their hands, as the more this interaction is prolonged, the worse the side effects can be for the woman. With time passing by and the questions increasing, the officers figure out a way to solve the situation. They eventually reach a conclusion that a cooperative and polite tone might melt her barriers, but suddenly the woman grows irritated.
Okay?
You're an asshole.
Me?
Hey, do you mind if I look through your purse for your ID? Make sure there's no weapons or anything in there? Do you mind if I do that?
No.
You don't want me to do that, or you don't mind?
No,
You don't want me to do that?
you're a sucker.
Why is that? I'm being nothing but nice to
you
you.
look like a sucker.
Well, thanks.
Gotta listen to me. No.
We're just here to help. Like I said, you're not in any trouble. We just want to make sure that you're okay.
Hey, I guess in the meantime,
I like her.
we should walk her out for fire.
Cute.
Can we at least get you up and then walk outside so we can get you assessed by
Yeah,
medical?
and I heard that's what your plan is.
Can we do that? I'm asking you because we got fire department here that want to check you out.
Hey, what's going on?
Smoked crack about 20-30 minutes ago.
Even though the officers are only there to help her, the female suspect adopts a rude tone towards them, calling them names. It is truly another low to be this harsh towards another human being who is only looking out for you. However, the officers remain extremely professional and are unfazed by her comments, continuing to tackle the situation with calmness. As the moments pass by, her uncooperativeness only grows until it crosses a limit when she decides to do this.
How about we take one step at a time and let's just get you medically clear. That's it. Let's get all the bad stuff out of your system. Hey, we can't have you doing that, okay? Do not do that again. Do you understand me?
Yeah.
No medical history.
You did beg
Do you want to go to the hospital with these gentlemen and get checked out? Yes or no?
No.
Okay.
That's why guys do a heart monitor too, just a little bit.
We would like to just make sure you're doing okay, alright?
I'm fine.
Can they check your vitals here,
No.
and then we don't have to go to the hospital at all?
As she is being attended to, the woman becomes aggressive and spits at one of the officers. This unexpected action complicates the situation, requiring the officers to manage her behavior while ensuring their own safety. The suspect is massively lucky she didn't get a harsher backlash for this action, as the officers are considerate of her condition, giving her the benefit of the doubt. Unfortunately, even this is the tip of the iceberg, as she only gets worse from here on out.
We don't want that to happen.
Let me go.
Well, we're not gonna go anywhere.
Just let me go.
Stop, okay?
Stop touching me.
Relax, just relax. Okay? We can't have you falling over, spitting at any of us. Do not. I swear, if you spit on me again, it's not going to be good.
Stop touching me. Stop. You're hurting me.
Okay.
Stop.
I need you to calm down.
I am calm.
Let's just go outside, okay? Let's get your heart rate checked out. Let's go outside. We're not going to sit in here.
Stop.
We're just trying to make sure you're okay, alright?
Stop touching me.
Let's just sit in here.
Okay, can you get your hands off of my...
Can you control yourself?
Yeah, I
Okay.
can,
Then sit.
sweetheart. You
Then sit. Okay.
Despite her aggression, the officers discuss the situation among themselves, planning the next steps. The woman continuously refuses medical help, lashing out at the officers for trying to help her. However, the cops have protocols to follow, and they can't let a clearly unstable suspect make a decision for her own health. Eventually, medical services arrive and they secure her into the stretcher. But that doesn't mean the woman's bad behavior stops.
Sissy pants.
Okay.
You want to try and scoot up a little bit on the car?
No.
Slide you?
You.
This is more comfortable for you.
Yeah, she's already shown us that she can't control her saliva.
Yo.
That's why we do that. Do we have 112? Can you just document that? Spit at us twice. She's got to spit it on.
Thank you.
And she's 26 at this point.
Even as she is laid down on the stretcher, the suspect makes one last attempt to spit on a nearby officer, with some saliva even landing on him. As a result, a spit hood is placed on her. The woman is taken away on a stretcher, still groggy and uncooperative. Her colleagues look on, clearly shaken by the incident, as this was supposed to be the woman's first day at her job. Her bad behavior only continues at the hospital, with her spitting and trying to bite the officers handling her. After her chaotic episode, officers update the medical staff on the situation.
Smoked crack to die. She didn't really want to talk to us. She just became super uncooperative, started spitting at us.
She was there for an interview?
I think so. We smoked crack about 20 to 30 minutes before we got there. She said she wanted to die. That's why she smoked crack.
Okay.
She's uncooperative, didn't really want to talk to us, started spitting at us, and now we're here.
Did she call you guys then?
The staff there, she was there for a new hire orientation.
Oh, for the love.
You okay?
Yeah.
Didn't get it in your eyes or anything?
No, she was got the spit.
I didn't know.
I think we should probably just take you for discharge
Yeah.
bodily fluids since she's done it 3 times.
This doesn't make anything any better for you. You don't have to like us. You don't have to be friends.
We have to go through this process either way.
This process we're going through.
It's
so
better just to relax and just lay back and talk to us.
Well, you can't because you keep acting like that. Like, you gotta stop. Just lay there and relax. We can let go of you, but you just gotta lay there and relax.
Oh, I will.
You want me to turn some TV on for you?
Yeah.
You like TV?
Prove to us that you can sit there and relax.
Yes.
I know you've requested us to take the spit hood off, but you haven't proved to us that you can your saliva in your mouth.
Sorry.
At the hospital, officers explain the situation to the medical staff, detailing the woman's overdose and aggressive behavior. They provide context about her condition and the steps taken so far to stabilize her. Because the woman has spat on the officers multiple times, it is no longer something the officers can excuse. Unfortunately, her aggressive behavior continues to pose significant challenges. Officers try to engage her, asking if she would like to watch TV to help calm her down, but she remains agitated. As a result, the officers were forced to do this.
Take a little nap or something. Want the lights down? There you go.
Medicine has to be administered to the suspect to help her calm down. Once that was out of the way, officers continued with their investigation and discovered shocking information. Her purse revealed an empty bottle of pure vanilla extract, a substance suspects used to get high with because of the vanilla extract's alcohol content. In fact, her blood alcohol concentration came back as 0.39. When she was interviewed later, the suspect admitted that she had suicidal tendencies and consumed the vanilla extract to end her life. The female was eventually charged with discharge of bodily fluids at an officer and disorderly conduct. But wait until you see this individual who didn't understand what it meant to be fired, causing the local police to have to intervene. In 2024, Florida, police officers received a call from a local business complaining about a disorderly individual who had been terminated from his job and refused to leave. When officers arrived on the scene, they met with the stubborn male.
Why are you still here, sir?
Because I want a valid reason before I know why I'm terminated.
Okay, that's not what Florida law is. So if they've asked you to leave, you need to leave, sir.
I mean, I'll clock out.
Okay, so they fired you.
Yeah, and they did not provide a valid
They don't have to, sir.
Yes,
they
do.
could, no,
It's
no,
called
sir.
wrongful termination.
No, sir.
Yes.
No, sir. What I'm not going to do is sit here and argue with you. Okay, you've been asked to leave. You've been terminated. So that means at this point you're trespassing. So you can either leave with me or you can leave on your own free will.
You gonna file a trespassing suit against me?
I will put you in jail. So would you like to leave?
The officer politely tries to explain to Zach that he has been fired and has to leave the office. Otherwise, he will be charged with trespassing. The officer also explains that in the state of Florida, the employer does not need to provide a reason to terminate an employee. But Zach doesn't understand and accept this. The officer informs him that he can leave on his own, or he will be arrested and, of course, prosecuted. Zach is not in the mood to cooperate and decides not to leave. This causes the officers to make a tough decision.
Like to leave? Okay. All right, put your hands behind your back.
No.
Put your hands behind your back.
All right.
61, start 35, 1018.
Hold on.
Get on the ground! Get on the ground! I'm trying to! Get on the ground! Let go of your hands.
Hey, where's he at? Where's he at? Where's he at? Back this way?
Knife is in the forefront pocket on my right hip. I have a concealed carry. I'm sorry. I'm just very pissed off.
370, like I said, my radio's not getting out. I'm 77. I got one tase. I'm good.
The officer moves to arrest Zach, but he resists, leading the officer to take his taser out and tase Zach. The first attempt does not seem to affect Zach as he just pulls out the taser barbs, so the officer tases him a second time. Zach immediately pulls out the barbs again and attempts to assault the officer, resulting in an altercation. The officer eventually pins Zach to the ground and handcuffs him, with Zach slightly resisting at first and then giving in.
He's tasing.
You grabbed the gun.
I've got the gun.
Okay, I still have a knife.
Well, you're going to stay right here.
Can you please remove the knife? I do not want a weapon on my person.
You're all right this second.
I have several pins digging into my hip.
Yeah, well, that's the taser barbs.
No, I have pins in my pocket.
All right, sit up. 370, like City, start EMS. He's got a head laceration.
I really don't even feel it.
He's bleeding quite a bit, like City.
Can someone please take the knife out of my pocket?
Where's your knife at?
Right.
This pocket?
Yeah, no. Jeans. Along with several pins. I'm sorry, I'm just pissed.
Well, now you're going to jail for felony battery, buddy.
Yep. You're going to jail.
You got him for just a second?
Yeah, I got him. You're good. No, you're going to jail.
Can you call my mother?
I'm not calling anybody. I got an ambulance come check you out.
I'm sorry, I'm just...
We're past that point. You fight the police, you go to jail.
I am sorry. I do not need to go in jail, please.
A second officer arrives at the scene, and Zach immediately recognizes the situation as being against him, along with the severity of his actions, and starts to cooperate. He tells the officers himself that he has a concealed weapon and a knife. He also asks the officers to remove the weapons from his person and apologizes. The officers remove the weapons and discover that Zach has a head injury, resulting from the altercation, and immediately notify medical units. That is when officers discover something absolutely dubious about the male suspect.
Right, and unfortunately you weren't.
I know.
Florida is a state where you can be fired for any reason at any time.
And when did that law change?
It's been like that, buddy.
Since when?
It's been like that.
I remember back in 2015, that was not the law.
So I've been in law enforcement since 2018, and it's been that way. They can fire you at any point. You refusing to leave is trespassing.
I'm sorry.
Okay?
I wanted to know why.
But it doesn't matter why. If they don't want you here, why do you want to be at a place that you're not wanted?
Because I liked this job.
So there's plenty of other places that you can work that's the same job. But now you're going to have a felony on your record.
I already have one on my record.
Oh, well, that's something to be proud of. Now you're going to have another one. And if you're a felon, then why do you have a gun? So you're not convicted?
It was expunged.
I asked a follow-up question. Don't get nasty with me. We were having a nice, cordial conversation there.
I'm sorry. I'm just...
So your charge was expunged. So did you get your rights back?
Yes, I have all of my legal rights back.
Okay. You see how easy it is when we can talk cordially?
Yeah, I'm just sorry. I let my anger get the better of me. I am sorry that I attacked you.
It is revealed that Zach was arrested before as well, when the officer once again tries to explain the circumstances of his arrest to Zach. However, Zach argues that that was not the law in 2015, suggesting that he may have committed a felony in 2015 as well. But the officer informs him that the law has been applicable since at least 2018 when he joined the police force. Now it appears that Zach is finally having a change of heart.
For the Department of Corrections, even after getting that felony.
That's fine. Listen, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can will be used against you in a court of law. You understand these rights I explained to you?
Yes, please get me a lawyer. I do not have the funds to afford one.
Okay. Hey, guys. You want to grab a camera, too? We want to get pictures before they bandage him.
Can you film it with
me? Yeah, I can film it on my body camera.
Take it off and hold it.
Just snap some pictures.
Okay, I got it.
He was struck in the head with an impact weapon, specifically a taser. He was tased twice. He charged me. We started wrestling. I struck him, I think, twice in the head with the taser. He went to the ground, and he's got a laceration to the head. His adrenaline is definitely wearing off, so the pain's starting to set in. He's got a pretty decent laceration.
I see that.
So I don't know how you want to get him to the truck, but yeah, it's bleeding. Are you able to?
The officers still remain very professional and polite to Zach, documenting the injuries he obtained during the altercation, so as to leave nothing to doubt. Thankfully, Zach is also being cooperative, which means no further extreme measures have to be taken against him. Meanwhile, the medical units arrive and the officer walks them through the whole situation, explaining the event clearly and in detail.
Think you can make it? If we can stand him up and...
Okay.
Hang on, we're going to help you.
All right, we're going to help you.
All right, get your bearings.
All right. You all right? Talk to us, buddy.
1 sec.
Okay. If you feel like you're going to fall out, let me know so we can get you back on the ground, okay?
Yeah.
You feel like you're going to fall out? Is there a way we can get like the stretcher underneath you before you do?
Chair.
Yeah, we can wheel him. All right. Lean back for me. How would you like him handcuffed?
Just put him in front.
Okay.
The officers and medical team try to help Zach get up, to take him to a hospital. However, Zach does not feel well enough to stand, so Zach is moved to the stretcher. Realistically, Zach is only in this predicament because of his own actions. Had he been more cooperative from the start, he wouldn't have been treated so harshly. However, the officers are kind to him, and to further comfort him, his hands are removed from the back and cuffed again at the front. After being arrested, Zach is first taken to the hospital, where he is medically cleared and released in a few days. Then, it is revealed that Zach was charged with trespassing, battery, resisting arrest, and carrying a concealed weapon, and is charged a bond amount of $40,000. However, the next suspect, Callie, takes the bar to the next level by being involved in a felony theft. But that is the least of her impressive track record. Back in 2020, officers received a call from a hardware store in Arkansas that reported a female employee being involved in theft. The female was identified as Callie Lewis, with her history including a charge she received for drug abuse years ago for which she was placed under probation. Callie subsequently neglected to attend several required court appearances, skipped meetings with her probation officer, and tested positive for methamphetamine when 8 months pregnant. Now, back to the main story where the officer arrives on the scene after the theft complaint call.
He stopped under her register first and then went on out.
Okay. So this is stemming from past incidents that happened on Friday and Saturday, correct?
Yes.
From what he's saying, that basically a male accomplice of hers, they're a male acquaintance that she knows, came up with a cart to her register. She removed the security tags and didn't ring up that merchandise whatsoever. And you said it's over $1,000?
Yeah, just the one item's $600.
Gotcha.
And then that night she got in a vehicle, a white pickup.
White pickup?
With the sides and the light on top.
Uh-huh.
And then the next day when he walked out with stuff and went out, very same pickup.
Okay.
Now you have footage of all of that, correct?
Yeah, AP would.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll have to have the corporate shove it and send it to us.
The employee explains to the officer how Callie is involved in a felony theft of around $1,000 and also spills the details on how she has an accomplice, who is later revealed to be Nicholas Preston, her male co-worker. The officers are briefed on the situation of how the male co-worker brought up merchandise worth $1,000. Callie removed the security tag, but the items were not scanned. The officers then move forward with the next step, confronting the suspect herself.
What's going on? So we're just winning some things, and then we'll see what we're gonna do afterwards, all right? So just hang on tight, and we'll let you know, all right?
It means if it's over a felony amount, we're going to have to take you to Southwest Precinct where you read your Miranda rights, and if you choose to give a statement to a larceny detective, you have that opportunity. If you choose not to, that's fine. If the amount is under a certain amount, and it's a seek warrants issue, then per the manager's request, we're going to ban you from the store, so you're not to ever return. And that's on cameras. So depending on that, so that's the route that we're waiting on right now. We're determining to see the dollar amount on Friday.
The officer explains that the decision of whether she will be arrested or not lies in the severity of her crime. In many places, theft is generally considered a chargeable offense if the value of the stolen property exceeds a certain amount, typically ranging from $500 to $1,000. The store is currently investigating all the receipts and surveillance footage to determine whether her theft is above or below the felony count. Once they gather all the details, they come to inform the officer.
We do not arrest based off of our affidavit. We arrest off of the affidavit of the company.
Okay.
Identified? It might be something different. So, I mean. Okay.
So we got that and plus that. Can we add them up real quick?
No, because it's 2 separate days. That's for Friday.
Just hold on. We gotta talk to a detective real quick.
Hey, on Friday, man, we have a total of $893.96, and Saturday is $977.95. So it's gonna be, it's not gonna be, yeah. Yes.
The calculations come in, and it seems like Callie has committed a felony theft of over $1,000. Unfortunately for Callie, that is inexcusable. The innocence Callie was feigning is all a ruse now, as she has been caught red-handed. There is no need for any further back and forth, as Callie no longer has any way out of this. As a result, the officers make this decision.
Go ahead and stand up. Spin around, put your hands behind your back for me. You're going to be placed under arrest for suspicion of theft of property, okay? We're going to go talk to Detective Hudson, which at that time he's going to read you your Miranda rights. I'm not going to ask you any questions or anything of that nature because that would infringe on your rights. I'm not going to do that, okay? So if you have anything to say, you need to wait and save it for Detective Hudson after he reads you your Miranda rights, okay? But for right now, I'm telling you you're under arrest for theft of property, okay? What happened on Friday and Saturday, okay? All right. Walk with Officer Aguilera. We're going to have to, is that personal property right there?
Yeah, I'll take it.
Is that your only personal property?
Yeah.
Okay.
Nothing else?
Is that it too?
The officer immediately puts her into handcuffs, but he then provides a role model example of what an officer should be like. Instead of questioning her straight away, he gives her the chance to remain silent if she wants to. This act will allow her to not say anything that may incriminate her later. However, as Callie is escorted out and led to pick up her property, she says something shady.
Which one is it? This one?
Whichever. This one. I just want to make sure you get
I'm not trying to get out of here. Really? Can I just keep my purse outside?
I mean, if I was you.
I'm saying because I'm going to be on foot.
Most likely you're going to be banned from here.
No, I'm saying outside of here.
If you wanted to get stolen?
It's not going to get stolen. I'll just...
I mean, it's whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
Hold up.
I'm not going to go anywhere. I don't know where I think I'm going to run. If you don't mind, just to keep my cell phone in.
Callie makes a strange request. She asks whether her purse can be placed outside of the property instead of her taking it down to the station with her. She makes this request when she knows she won't be allowed to return to these premises and is not scared of it getting stolen either. That request is deemed strange because no suspect usually leaves without their property. It raises the question of whether she was hiding something in her purse that she didn't want to be revealed. Regardless, the officers heed her request, and Callie is eventually taken down to the station, and the case against her and her accomplice is currently ongoing. It's one thing to be caught in the act of theft, but this sheriff's office got a tip concerning a store employee in Florida selling drugs. In early 2023, the sheriff's office received a tip about a store employee selling drugs in Jensen Beach, Florida. The male employee, Patrick, had a side business selling hallucinogens within Zumiez. He was eventually lured into making 2 purchases by undercover agents, which put an end to his illicit business. Following is the confrontation between him and the police.
Oh man. Patrick, how are you, buddy? What up? Patrick. I gotta put your hands behind your back.
We'll explain everything in a second, okay? You're set. Mine's double off. You got him. I got him. I'm out. Here. Just use my
Hello, how are you? Good. Where's his black backpack? What's up? He's got a black backpack. Is this his? This one's his? Thank you.
Alright, now I'm just gonna double lock these on you, okay? So they don't walk up on you, okay?
Yep.
We'll explain everything to you here in a minute, alright? Do you have anything in your pockets that's gonna stick me, hurt me, anything like that?
Oh, none of those sticking.
You, where's your black backpack at?
My black backpack?
Yeah.
You got it.
Got it.
The officers waste no time, go straight into the Zumiez store, offer no explanation to Patrick, and handcuff him straight away. What is interesting to note here is that Patrick does not resist arrest in any way, nor does he question the officers, almost as if he expected to be caught one day. After this, they work to secure his black backpack, as it is an important piece of evidence. A Ziploc bag containing 30 grams of drugs is later confiscated from the bag, and Patrick is taken down to the police station, after which he is interviewed.
Here, because you got yourself in a little bit of a pickle. Alright, do you have any idea that, I don't know if anyone explained anything to you yet or anything?
No.
So, months ago, we got complaints of you selling mushrooms, weed, just stuff to not only people coming in and out of the store, but also the juveniles. Okay? Does any of this ring a bell at all?
No.
You don't sell anything? Nothing at all?
No.
Okay. Is that what you're going to stick with?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. So, you had a black bag with you today?
Yes.
Is that your back bag?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what was inside of it?
Yeah.
What was inside of it?
Keys. There were mushrooms inside the bag.
Do you use mushrooms?
Yes.
How much mushrooms do you use at a time?
I microdose them usually, but about a gram.
Now.
As is the recurring theme with criminals, Patrick denies selling drugs. The innocence he displays is astonishing, but he is mistaken if he thinks his acting can fool any of the officers. This interrogation is about to get more interesting in a bit, because here is something Patrick doesn't know. The officers interrogating him have bought drugs from him before while undercover, and Patrick is about to be confronted with that fact.
Now, what if I told you that we've been buying from you for a bit? Still, does any of this ring a bell? Like, you've been selling, we've seen you, we've dealt with you.
Okay.
Do you want me to elaborate, like refresh your mind a little?
If you want.
Yep. It's a little blurry. That's you in the store.
Mm-hmm.
That's you during a deal that we did.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Do you have that outfit?
I do. I just got it.
Yeah. So, once again, that's you. We know for a fact you deal.
Okay.
So, do you do it to like help yourself with extra money, with financially, or help people out, or what's the deal?
Yeah. I don't do anything bad. Nothing that bad. So.
And I'm not saying that you're a bad person, dude.
Mm-hmm.
We get it. Like, hey, you give a little here, take a little there. It's for extra money, right? What I'm trying to understand is, number one, what the actual reason is for you to sell it. I'm not saying you're a bad dude. Like, you know, you don't look like a Pablo Escobar. Like, are you? I mean, I might be confused. Does anyone at the store know that you do it for extra money, or?
No.
It is comedic to see how quickly Patrick's face drops when he realizes his lies have been caught. There is perhaps one rule that criminals often forget. If an officer has brought them down to the interrogation room, there is a high chance they already know what is going on. As Patrick realizes that fact, he immediately switches his story to the truth, explaining how he deals with the drugs to get a little extra money. It would have been easier had he admitted the truth from the start, and now the officers are going to dig for even more details.
How much do you sell at a time, dude?
Not much.
Well, what's not much? I mean, you had what? How much did you have with him? Anyone? How much did you have with him?
30 grams.
30 grams. I mean, that's typically how much would you sell that for?
Not much.
What's not much?
$160.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot for $160. Like, $160 is pretty cheap compared to what I thought an ounce of mushrooms would be.
Partially for the money, but at the same time, mushrooms for a lot of people are medicine and they help a lot of people with a lot of issues, so I don't really need too much money. So.
How much would you get that for that you could sell it for $160?
How much would I get that for?
Mm-hmm.
Not much.
What's not much?
50, 60.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, so you're making like $100 profit. It's pretty good. Yeah. Like, I'm assuming if you buy it in bulk, right?
Yeah.
You're gonna get a good deal.
I don't really deal with mushrooms too much.
No?
No, it's fairly recent that it's been selling much, and clearly this is why.
Yeah.
As one domino knocks over the next, more details are uncovered. For example, why Patrick is selling the drugs, how much he is selling them for, and who is involved in this business. Patrick explains that he sells the drugs for pretty cheap, at only $160. This seems to shock the officers, who believe an ounce should be more expensive than that. That isn't all, as Patrick also reveals he buys the same amount of grams at even a lesser price, at around $50 or $60. Now that he is more open and cooperative, the interrogation starts going more smoothly.
How long have you been selling the mushrooms for?
Maybe like a year.
So you just started selling in the last 2 months at Zoomies, but you've been selling it for a year overall?
About.
Where do you typically get it from?
A guy.
Like locally, at the mall?
Yeah, an old friend.
Well, you don't seem like a bad dude, man. It's just one of those things where you got caught up. Yeah. How much mushrooms do you think this dude has that you usually get it from?
He has? I'm not sure. He usually has like chocolate bars, but it's mainly weed that I get from him, but I've stocked up a long time ago on mushrooms, so that's why I kind of... I used to take more myself, but after like a really bad trip, I stopped taking them as much. It was mainly for me at first, just to kind of stock up because they're hard to get.
Yeah. The dude that you get in Port St. Lucie, you said he has bars.
Chocolate bars.
The stuff you had today wasn't chocolate bars.
Oh no, that's what I said. He usually has chocolate bars. I had gotten it a while ago.
So that was from a while ago, from that same guy?
Yeah, those are pretty old in there.
Okay. Alright, just give me a second.
Okay.
Patrick opens up that he also gets his drugs from a third person instead of being the main supplier. This definitely raises more questions on how spread out this spider web of drugs is, and which unfortunate people are caught in a cycle that they can't get out of. However, even the officers can see that Patrick isn't a bad guy, as he explains that he initially started purchasing drugs only for himself, but stopped after it resulted in a bad bodily reaction. It again comes down to an issue of morals. If Patrick had adverse effects from using the drugs, it would be in his best interest to not advertise or sell them anywhere else. After this, Patrick explains how he gets high using those drugs.
Is this what you just
It's
learned
called
about?
lemon teching. Basically, if you grind up the mushrooms and put them in lemon juice, which is citric acid reacts to the psilocybin in the mushrooms, which it basically doubles the dose, but it shortens the trip. So whereas a trip you take 7 grams, the trip might last 8 hours. If you lemon tech 7 grams, you're going to trip way harder, but it'll only be for like 2-3 hours.
Patrick explains how he used a technique called lemon teching to consume the drugs. Lemon teching is a method used to enhance the potency and speed of the effects of psilocybin mushrooms, also known as magic mushrooms. The process involves using lemon juice to break down the mushrooms before consumption. The officers later expressed their main concern with Patrick that, while selling the drugs is bad, selling to underage individuals is even worse. However, Patrick confirms he made it a personal rule to never sell to children. After all this, the official charges pressed against him include possession of a controlled substance, selling drugs, and unlawful use of a two-way communication device. His bond was set at $120,000. If you want more videos like these, please be sure to like the video, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.